Hey there, my name's Chris Winter, and in this video I'm going to go through some of the best budget DSLR lenses, so hopefully I can help you in some way in figuring out which ones might be the best for you. By the way guys, in case you want to win a Canon SL2 or a Nikon D3400, I'm currently giving one away, and all you need to do to enter is subscribe to this channel and my brand new travel channel, which is linked in the description box below. And also, if you haven't seen it yet, definitely make sure to check out my brand new list that I just made, the best cameras for Instagram. I go through some of the cameras that would be best for you, so if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description box below this video and you can take a look. But anyway, let's get to today's question. So today's question asks, hey Chris, I just got my first DSLR, which is a Canon T6. I've been using the kit lens to take some photos and am now interested in getting some other lenses. Which would you recommend? By the way, I'm on a budget. Well, that's awesome that you want to expand into the world of other lenses. That's one of the great things about having a DSLR, because you can really change the way that your images look with lots of different lenses that you can throw onto it. And good work using the kit lens to start off with. I always recommend learning on the kit lens because to me it's more important to get out there and take some photos and get the feel of your DSLR. But I do have a number of different lenses right here for you, which I think might be good, especially in your future. So fortunately, even though you're on a budget, there are still quite a lot of lenses which you can choose from. Now in this video, I'll mainly talk about Canon mount lenses because that's what you're shooting on, but a lot of these lenses will be available with Nikon mount as well. So one of my favorite lenses for all around shooting is this one right here. This is the Canon 18-135 STM. Now your kit lens that you're using right now is likely an 18-55mm lens. So as you can imagine, the 18-135 can zoom in quite a lot longer. And that's what's so great about this lens. Not only can you be at 18mm like on your other kit lens, but you can zoom all the way in and keep on going to 135mm, which is pretty much a telephoto lens. This can be great if you want to take some photos of sports or wildlife, or even if you're doing some street photography. This lens also has an STM motor, which is great for video because it means it's going to be autofocusing really fast, and it's also going to be dead silent. Another budget zoom lens that I'd take a look at from Canon is this one right here. This is the Canon 10-18mm STM. It's an ultra wide lens, which means it can go much wider than your standard kit lens. Having an ultra wide angle lens can really produce that grand kind of style effect. So it's great for things like architecture and real estate photography. It's also good for vlogging as well. I know Casey Neistat uses wide angle lenses like this, so that's definitely something to take a look at as well. I'd also recommend looking into prime lenses. Now a prime lens is a lens that has a fixed focal length like 50mm or 85mm for example, and it doesn't zoom. These are often sharper than zoom lenses and can give you some nice effects like a blurry background or what we call bokeh. One of the most popular prime lenses that many people get, and that's one of the cheapest as well, is this one right here, the 50mm f1.8. This is commonly known as the nifty 50 because it's really cheap at about $100. This lens is great for portraits too because you can really blur the background. Another great budget portrait lens is this one right here. This is the 85mm f1.8. Now this is a little bit more expensive than the 50, but you can get a really dreamy look with it. Now both Canon and Nikon make these lenses, but don't be afraid to look at third-party lenses as well. For example, a number of these lenses here are made by a third-party company called Yongnuo, and they're actually great value for money. Now they're not as sharp as the Canon or Nikon versions, but they're pretty good, especially if you're just getting into the world of DSLRs, and they're much cheaper as well. For example, this 50mm f1.8 only costs about $50, whereas the Canon version costs about $100 to $120. I'd also take a look at some lenses from companies such as Rokinon and Samyang. These are manual focus lenses, so that's something to think of, but they're often very sharp and good value. If you are happy to shoot in manual focus, I'd definitely also take a look at some vintage lenses as well. Nikon have some great ones, and you can pick them up really cheap these days from places like eBay. So these were just a couple of budget DSLR lenses. Hopefully I was able to help you out, even just a little bit. And also, if you haven't seen it yet, definitely make sure to check out my brand new list that I just made, the best cameras for Instagram. I go through some of the cameras that would be best for you. So if you want to check that out, I'll put a link in the description box below this video and you can take a look. So that's it for me. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.